Ooh, ladies and gentlemen, I have not filmed one of these this early in this entire series. I don't think I filmed one this early in the morning. But it was my aunt's birthday yesterday, or a birthday party. Got to see people I haven't seen in 20 years. They were stunned to see me as a grown man. It was kind of crazy to see them because it felt like they are ageless. Black don't crack. But welcome to day 19. One of my favorite days because there's a 9 in it. But 1 plus 9 is 10, so I think it starts the whole numerology cycle over again. Or 9 does. It's 9 numbers, and then it resets. Because then 1 plus 0 goes back to 1, and then 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, whatever. Anyways, day 19. Welcome back. Lods and losses. Lotties and losses. I'll just start, I'm just gonna start saying that for fun. Welcome back, lods and losses. I'm probably gonna sound so cringe saying it, but I don't care. I'm gonna have fun saying it. But welcome back, lods and losses. I know, sorry, we'll get to the point. I wanted to film this early because honestly at this point it doesn't matter. I don't know what happened over the last few days, but I'm going with it where it feels like something literally clicked over. So, I definitely feel like I'm shifted. And it's not a feeling, it's a knowing, because something genuinely feels different. And I'll tell you, by a little bit late last night, I started to feel like kind of like a negative feeling concept come up, but not thoughts, not not words. I need to, hold on, here we go. Not words, but just literally feelings, almost like a resonance, like just, and the thing is it could be for multiple reasons. There were a ton of people here, and if you know about the scientific side of all this stuff when it comes to energy, is there's an electromagnetic field that comes off of our heart and brain, and the heart is bigger. So it's a celebration. You have a lot of different entities, and most of their intentions are good, and they are there for a good reason. But when you're in a room with so many beings like that, it's the same reason I feel like people like Assassin's Creed games and things like that use crowds for distraction. There's so much energy. There's so much to look out for. You have to be a lot more vigilant and hyper vigilant to just navigate the energy. And, I'm hugging people I haven't seen in forever. The wild kind of like, oh, this is my nephew stuff. So I think I was just feeling the overall energy of being like kind of coming down, like social battery going down a little bit. I stayed in my room mostly the entire thing, but been really good. Aside from that, yeah, the entire day was really fire. Like, oh man, like I'm on a high. The creative I batch created content yesterday. I'm talking, and again, I'm not one of those people that wants to utilize and optimize every single platform and do, but I am the type of person that can rise to the occasion. And it's like, not if someone dares me, because I don't really do things, I don't, I don't fall for like FOMO, or I don't do anything that I don't choose to do. So it's like, but if someone was to dare me, like, oh, I bet you can't upload on Facebook, TikTok, this, Snapchat, that, I could do it if I really wanted to. I have set a literal alarm for every hour of the day. I have disgusting discipline. Like, it's ridiculous. But again, I don't like optimizing content like that, because again, it just feels like I'm running the rat race of what this content creation game is. But nonetheless, I want to keep content creation for me and genuinely helping people. And of course, this brand is going to be more of me stepping into the business side of me and really not playing with you guys. Like, if you want to master your mindset, you're going to come to me. But aside from all that, I made a batch bunch. I made a batch of content yesterday, whipped it up. Um, I just realized that they say you batch your content because it's like when you're cooking or baking and you make batch condiments. You make batch, um, you know, you make batches of food like cakes or cookies and things like that for your bakery or whatever. So that's actually funny. I like that. But yeah, so did that, and I was having, as each video progressed, I had more and more and more fun, and I uploaded all of it. That's something I have not done for a while. I was getting stuck in this loop during this series of filming a bunch of content, deleting like 5 of the videos, only keeping one, which is good. You know, I pick and prune the ones that I don't really like and keep the ones that I do. But you know, I just was going through all of that, but yesterday I feel like was one of the first days where even a fumble that I had recording, I turned that into content. Now my mind is always racing and always turning when it comes to content ideas, what can be content, and you know what you can turn into content, because I've been in this space for so long, but it also comes natural to me. And so, like, you know, I fumbled on camera and I was like, oh, this is a perfect example to take this like 24-second clip and make it a video where it's like, oh, this is what it looks like to be on your 7th take. So I had so much fun doing it. It was funny because in the beginning of the day I had affirmed to myself that, you know, whatever, I need to start making the content I really enjoy when it comes for this brand, because on other brands I didn't focus on that. I focused more on like, yes, doing what I wanted to do, but it was to get an outward reaction. So it's like, you know, I was still operating from, aligned with this. I love gaming. I want to work with game developers, which I did. I have environmental devs and indie studio devs that follow me and work with me, you know, whenever, you know, or I work with, but like, sometimes they follow me to just hear my takes on certain things. But it's great. It's, you know, it's great, and I wouldn't trade it for the world. But that brand turned into so much more than just gaming. It turned into Dungeons and Dragons. It turned into, you know, so much more. If you hear a cat meowing, it's my cousin's cat. She wants to get back in her room. But anyways, nonetheless, feeling really good, feeling locked in. And the thing is it's not about the feeling for me, but I'm just telling you what I'm feeling as a result, because I know some people would like to feel better. They'd like to, you know, just get the emotions in place, even though they don't really dictate what you manifest. It's what you know to be true manifest. And I've seen it countless times, and I go back to my past, and it's like, oh yeah, there was countless times. I'm gonna keep the video short, but I'm gonna run more chill because I just got up and it's like 6 something, probably 7 now. But yeah, I can go back in my past and count countless times where I wasn't aware of this knowledge, and seeing how, even though I felt like absolute, like, you know, anxiety, shakes, whatever, that the outcome still played out in my favor because I believed so heavily in like karma, or I see, and this is what I say, when people think about divine armor or protection or spiritual protection, the way that I would translate it from my own energy is you don't even need that. Like I used to say that my best friend and I, so this is for anyone that needs protection when it comes to energy, that we are karma itself, and any weapon raised against us, like we didn't say this quote, but you guys will be familiar with what it is, like any weapon raised against me won't prosper. We had that same mindset, but we just literally said karma will destroy those who have bad intent for us, and that's it. You know, it's nothing, because your imagination is God, so you have to say something you believe. You can't, you know, sometimes the more extravagant things do not work for someone who doesn't really work with energy too consciously yet. Like if they're coming into it, them saying some ancient fucking word isn't gonna work. But if they believe and feel the conviction of what they're saying when it comes to like protection, and they're just like, you know what, karma will destroy those who try to fuck with me. And you just say it casual, it will work. And I have seen things happen to me. I had a guidance counselor a long time ago when I was in high school actually asked me if I believed in karma or the concept of karma, because a long time ago an individual, which nothing but love, just talking about my human experience, but had, you know, stuff went down and this person got, you know, repercussions of that. Yeah, so it's like, it's just funny when I think about certain things in my life that have happened, you know, because I literally say, like, I don't have any bad intent for anyone. Like, I don't walk around, like, thinking about anyone that I've had an experience that could be viewed as negative in the past with people where I'm like, oh yeah, I wish it will, and then nope, I don't. I move on. I was the enemy in certain people's stories. They were the enemies in mine. Some of the stories I wasn't even trying to be that for people. You know, I was just being me, like authentically me. And then your light agitates people who do not know themselves. So then I become the enemy. I'm painted as the villain. And then I'm like, okay, that's fine. I'm the villain then. I'll take accountability. I don't care, because I'm not here to manipulate you, be a narcissist, be whatever. I'll be exactly what you need to perceive me as, because I can't control your perception. I'll be who I am, but I can't control how you view that. And, you know, and that's why I stand so heavily on perception as reality, because it really stops you from feeling this need to do any of these, like, you know, intellectual politics or, you know, fun these ego jerk-offs of who's right, who's wrong. I don't really care about being right in your reality if you are already tuning me out or trying to belittle my entire conversation or argument or my viewpoint. You know, there's no point. And that's why I say this now I'm really realizing how fun and how I was holding back my power for so long, because I was worried about ranting about certain things online or saying certain things, but it doesn't matter. You know, like, and this actually comes from a quote from someone, I don't know who said this, but I know the quote comes from someone else, but it's like, their criticisms, their view on me or whatever doesn't pay my bills, so it doesn't matter. If I'm saying something that's resonating with a lot of people and it comes from the heart and it's me, I'm not just saying it to get it, to manipulate emotionally take advantage of people, then I'm gonna say it. And if it resonates, it resonates, and you know why it resonates. And I actually had a solar punk thing that I'm going to talk about. So I think I'll end up doing that. So yeah, anyways, I love y'all. I'll see y'all in the next one. Remember, you are a whole, perfect, strong, powerful, loving, harmonious, and happy. You are the whole world. The whole universe is experienced through your observation. You are a literal piece of God playing this game. So act like it. You know, you don't have to go around like flaunting it, which is why I only do it in video. And even this challenge has broke me out of my comfort zone, and I think that's why I feel slightly different, because then I think I feel less awkward about claiming what the fuck I am, because I usually don't do that. Spirituality actually caused me to humble myself a lot in areas where I really shouldn't have. I actually started to realize how great I was through a lot of this journey. And that's why I said, man, spirituality saved my life, dude, 8 years ago. It really did. Because it's like little by little, I realized more and more, like, things are not personal. If I want to say I'm the fucking best in my own reality, I can say that, because there's no one else experiencing my reality. You know, it's not about saying I'm better than you. It's about saying I'm better than the version of myself yesterday. But people don't get that. They don't get that because they hear it, and they hear it as a threat that someone could think this highly of themselves. And it's like, there's no problem with someone thinking highly of themselves. It's only ego when that person starts to project it. But to me, fuck that. I'm the greatest, bro, and I get it now. I get why these greats that have existed took on that mindset. And life, as people like to say in the collective consciousness, is tough enough, so why are you not doing this? And I realized how everything I'm doing now, I was technically doing unconsciously with meditation. I didn't even realize that meditation was doing all these things, because it started to bring me great things. So anyways, I love y'all. A little bit of a longer episode than yesterday. and I'm gonna keep banging these out in the morning. But I've been affirming the whole thing that I said from the challenge. It's been every moment. I haven't really let my mind slip. There was a couple days, I think it was like, day 14 I think was good. I think day 9 and day 10, around those days, was a bit tough. But so far it's been a breeze. I'm just dog walking the challenge now. And we're gonna round it out strong. I can feel some crazy stuff already happening in the present moment. Anyways, love y'all, I'm out.